581, but ask them, would you sign the discharge petition on the Epstein files? And don't call Nancy Pelosi or the other reps in your state that you can't vote for, because we do have caller ID and the people are going to look it up and see if you're an actual constituent. And they'll let you talk, but then they're not going to write anything down to pass on to the congressman. So only call your rep. It's only one phone call. Until September 3rd, ask them to be a co-sponsor. Once we hit September 3rd, ask them to sign the legislation. And then once we hit 218 signatures, they don't need to sign it anymore. Transition to asking them to vote for the legislation when it comes to the floor. So it's 3 different asks depending on what stage we're in. But right now, it's the co-sponsor stage. The next one will be please sign it stage. And then the third stage will be please vote for it.
So then every time I host a space about Epstein, my ask will be, please call your representative and co-sponsor, Representative Massie and Khanna's bill about the release of the Epstein files. And then I will use September 3rd as a lightning rod, especially when we have the victim statements up there. I'll host a space. I'm going to cover that event in Spaces. I might even come to D.C. in person. We'll see. And we will use that as a lightning rod for people because I imagine that there's going to be new victims there, according to what you guys say, sharing their experiences and what they've gone through. And we're talking, the government has admitted there's over 1,000 victims of Epstein that they admit to. Over 1,000, and we always know that's only the tip of the iceberg. Every time that there's a crime like this, or these kind of crimes have occurred, it's always the tip of the iceberg. And go ahead.
Well, there's a good point in what you just said. Over 1,000 victims of Epstein. Well, really, is he the only perpetrator? And Maxwell? No. This is the ridiculousness of their position, is that there are hundreds of victims and that only 2 people have been prosecuted. And that's what we're looking for, is prosecutions ultimately, and to know really who was Epstein and what was he doing on behalf of whom. And so the other thing is, this is just sort of a teaser. As you can imagine, there are people who've approached me through secure channels about things they know once I introduce this resolution, and there will be more information to come out in the media that's going to make it harder for the administration to call this a hoax. There will be more information dropped. They'll try to sweep it under the rug.